and welcome to your love reading for September 2018. Guys, you might have to bear with me throughout this reading, okay? Um, it's all going to a really interesting place, but I think for a few of yous, you're going into September. Doesn't necessarily, but the Death card and the Five of Cups is showing up, so some of yous might be going through a loss, okay? If you are, my heart energies are with you, but not all of yous will be, okay? The central issue of your reading is two sixes. The sixes are all about restoring balance and harmony. The Six of Swords is a transition card, which would be for yous who are going through the Death card. But the Six of Swords is, I love this card because it's a deep acceptance card. It's also for some of you about moving forward, moving to a new place, moving to a new home, moving from one place to another. But it's a very peaceful card because you're moving away from troubled waters to a much more peaceful, serene time. You're still under the energy of the moon, which means there might be a little bit of uncertainty and the great unknown, okay? But it's with the Six of Discs. And the Six of Discs is a card of mutuality. The scales are unbalanced and it's saying something needs to be brought back to harmony here. And your additional guidance card is express your love. It's about going ahead and expressing what's going on for you. For some of you, you're definitely leaving a relationship behind and maybe entering into a new one, because you've got the Ace of Cups and the King of Wands showing up as what's coming at you. This could be a fire sign, male or female, and the Aries card is showing up as the best path to follow. But some of yous are definitely going through the loss of something and moving on, okay? As I said, the Death card lies behind you. We've just gone through eclipse season and I'm your opposite sign, Aquarius, and my whole life's been turned upside down, guys. So I resonate and I'm with you, okay? But the place that you're going to looks pretty promising, by the way, and much more balanced and much more harmonious. You are going into the energy of the Five of Cups, which I'll clarify for you. The Five of Cups is a card about loss, but then you're moving to the Ace of Cups, which means, Leo, the only way to get from the Five of Cups to the Ace of Cups is to feel and acknowledge what you're going through. So if some of you have gone through a disappointment, something's not worked out quite the way that you wanted it to, you're going to have to feel it to heal it. And I think you are, because the Ace of Cups is right underneath it. Can I just clarify the Five of Cups, please? Okay, interesting. Hold on a minute. Okay, it's with the Page of Swords. Page of Swords can be about communication. Maybe some communication's not happened the way that you want it to. Some communication's gone wrong. That's what the Page of Swords can represent. The Page of Swords can also be, I don't like this word, a little bit paranoid, okay? About not trusting something or someone. Because I've got a feeling some Leos are quite in a self-protective mode. And the Page of Swords can be a bit like that. But anyhow, look at where you're going to. And it's paired with a Temperance card. So right after the Death card comes a Temperance card. So this is how we move on. It's the alchemy process of change. And Temperance is perfect balance. It also in a love reading. Because when two people come together, for better or for worse, they merge each other's energies, basically, so you take on both the problems and the gifts of the other person. And that's how getting into a relationship slowly is always the answer, because we don't know quite what we're taking on until we get to know that person. But the Temperance and the Ace of Cups is a really beautiful union of energies, really high possibility of change going on in your relationship world. But it seems to me, for some of you who are not going through a loss, you've just gone through a turbulent time, it's going to come through not only feeling your feelings, but authentic dialogue. All the earth elements represent authenticity, because they're what you can touch, what you can feel. So they're not in the abstract, they're in the real world. And I think there's some communication that needs to happen, because maybe something's gone a little bit wrong, okay? Now, your best path to follow is the Emperor. Different meanings going on here, guys. For some of you, pulling back your energy for a little while is the best path to follow, because the Emperor's emotions don't flow, because his purpose is to go out and build a house, not to show love. So maybe some of you need to pull back for a little while in order to restore your stability and your balance, because it's a number 4. For some of you, this is an Aries person, but the Emperor doesn't reveal very much, quite energetically frozen. His job is to do something else, okay? Yeah, okay, it came up twice as the same message. The best path, so even you've been told to express yourself. When the 6 of Discs comes across as an expression card, it's very much about putting your cards on the table. So very, very real. It's not so much about illusion, but very much about genuineness, because your best path to follow is to keep yourself a little bit protected here, okay? This is very, very strange reading, Leo, I'm sorry. In your environment, here comes the King of Wands, okay? In his negative, I love the King of Wands, by the way. Very, very high, warm, magnetic energy. In his worst, an energy which can be very, very forceful, very playboy-y, a bit of a very in it for himself, okay? That might only be for a few of you, because it's very strange how you've been asked to guard your energy a little bit. Not closed, just guarded, to show the cards that are in your hand and wait for the other person to reveal theirs, and then to work with what's going on in the here and now. Okay, I'm going to keep clarifying for you. Oh my gosh, what a confusing reading. Hopes and fears are the 2 of Wands. You've already picked up the Ace of Wands. You know what you want, really, deep down. But there's a bit of courage and finding a breakthrough. But I think a lot of your breakthrough is going to be around that combination of withdrawing a little bit, but still being in genuine dialogue and feeling what you feel. Nothing will move until you allow yourself to feel any hurt that's been caused, okay? Your outcome, the Temperance and the Ace of Cups, is absolutely outstanding outcome, okay? With the Knight of Cups and the Lover's card, okay? Really, really quite clear. Whatever's going on is going to be resolved, and this could be a brand new relationship, Leo, for you. And I like this relationship. Just be careful what you let in, okay? I am not saying I love that Knight of Wands. There's no judgment here. But I think what a lot of us do is we fall passionately in love without knowing what we're getting. And then we blame the other person, when in reality we've maybe jumped in too fast. Because the Six of Discs is very much, this is what I bring to the table and this is what you're bringing to the table. How can we meet in the middle and taking your time? For any of you, this is an existing relationship. I think a few things have gone a bit haywire and a little bit wrong. And again, you've got the same advice, look after yourself, but be genuine, be authentic and about how you feel, how there's been some hurt caused for that Five of Cups, because it's going to the most beautiful place, but it doesn't go there unless we're genuine and we're real. I want another one about your vice card now is the Hanged Man. Let go of control, take your energy back a little bit, find your ground and then come forward from there, because that's the only true place that authenticity can happen. Okay, everyone's talking about this 11-11, but 11-11 only happens with two powerful individuals meeting in the middle. Something's gone a little bit upside down, but it's all going to a really good place, and it doesn't get to a good place unless we're authentic. Telling the truth releases your energy from something. It gets things flowing, and that's why they say only the truth will set us free. Okay, Leo, bit complicated, wasn't expecting that. Wish you loads of love, guys, okay? Speak soon, bye.